Hi, Jeremy Cordeaux in the Court of Public Opinion. I'm just on air here to let you know that we'll be live streaming the Court of Public Opinion every Friday between 9 o'clock and 12 on jeremycordeaux.com. Please join us. We'd love to have you.
Getting called into school as a parent must be one of the most entertaining but daunting things you could do.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I guess you're kind of on the brink of, hey, I wonder what they did. Was it funny? Or, was it something awful that you're going to have to, face the teachers and have a chat about?
Yeah, I feel like there must already be so much anxiety about just going to parent-teacher interviews.
Yeah.
But then to add on getting called in to go to the school.
Yeah. You're like, what have they done?
You're like, oh, God.
Yeah, I mean, you hear the horror stories, but, one of them, it's pretty funny. Over in England, this lady has been interviewed because she had a very funny story recently about her daughter's gone to school, and I guess, kids are known for their imagination and creativity, at that age.
Mind of innocence.
Yeah, exactly right. So, but they can sort of, I guess, go a bit left of field with the things they draw. And this happened in an art class. The kid has come home, not come home, she's showed the teacher a drawing she's done in that class.
Yep.
And she's done a family sort of, I guess, portrait, like two siblings.
Drawn a family.
Exactly right. Two of the siblings and then the parents.
Yep.
And everything seems very normal. However, if you were to have a look at the undercarriages of the dad, he is naked. So is the whole family, actually.
They're all naked.
But I would feel more...
They're a nudist family.
Yeah, exactly. I reckon she's done them all naked. So the teachers have been like, what the hell?
So they've all got tops on. They're just nude from the bottom half down. I wonder what kind of household this is.
Some sort of weird half-nudist household. The teacher's probably thinking, I'd feel more gypped if I was the dad. Have you seen how small it is? Surely the dad's looking at that and he's like, geez, I really...
I swear.
Yeah.
When you called in, I swear. Like, come on.
The dad's not even worried about, the nature of the drawing. It's just like, I've got to defend myself. I've got to make things right.
Look, we do want to open up the phone lines here. All the parents that are listening in the car right now, what were you called into school for? I can recall the time my mother was called into school when I was in year 2. And it was the same thing. It was, instead of family portrait, that was self-portraits. We had to draw. And I sort of dared myself in front of some mates to give myself a bit of an extra leg, I guess you could say.
Thought pretty highly of yourself?
Yeah, very highly, because it went, past where my feet ended.
You had to glue 2 pieces of A4 onto the bottom of the page.
It was an A3 sheet. It was an A3 sheet. And obviously had the whole conversation with the teacher, this isn't okay. You can't be drawing
of course.
this. And then called in my mum. I got into heaps of trouble. What I found out in recent years is when mum went in, they just laughed over it. They thought it was hilarious.
Oh, see, this is one of those, you think when you're being called in, it's going to be a horror story, but you end up pissing it with the teacher, because some of these stories of why you get called in to the school as a parent are hilarious.
Going to kick things off with Sally in Kapunda. Sally, good morning. How you going?
Good morning. How are you?
Very good.
Very well, thank you. Now, Sally, what were you called into school for?
So when my son was in year 2, I got a call from his teacher and he says, look, you're going to have to come in. And I go in and he goes, look, now your son, he's really distracted in class. He's really not focusing properly. He just keeps looking at his reflection and flicking his mullet.
So he's got some tickets on himself by the sounds of it.
Oh, he's just living his best life. And I'm like...
Sally, how good would you say this mullet is? Is it one of the top tier ones? Is it pretty long?
Look, he loves it. He's had it for a few years now, and I'm like, you do you. And it's quite long, and he does the skin fade on the side, and it's hilarious.
Sally, how old is your son?
He's 9 now, so he's been growing it for a few years.
Yeah, love that.
Jeez, there's a few mullet competitions going on as well. I saw one in South Australia for a bunch of kids, so have to enter it.
Hey, best of luck, Sally. Let's go to Ian in Port Adelaide. Ian, mate, what were you called into school for?
Oh, look, it was my lad, and I get a telephone call from the school, which was nothing unusual.
Yeah.
And it's a really sombre conversation. Look, we really think that you need to come in, Ian. We need to talk to you. Something, oh, Christ, what's he done this time?
Yeah.
Get in there, sit down, and the lad comes out and he's looking all worried and that. And I'm there, what have you done, mate? He goes, oh, it doesn't matter, Dad, I'm there. All right. Get called in and we get sat down, all very formal. She goes, look, Ian, we'd really like you to just watch this video. We're finding this very disturbing. I'm thinking, oh, God, here we go. And then I see this video and there's this lad standing in the hallway. And then here comes my lad. And he's got an aerosol can and a lighter. Now, apparently they've been running around the schoolyard, setting each other's, leg hairs on fire. Right?
Jesus.
He's not realised that inside there's no wind. So the flame just goes up.
Wow.
Right? So he's right up behind his mate and he's thinking, oh, this is funny. Hits the aerosol can with the lighter and turns his mate into Michael Jackson.
Wow.
Right?
My God.
I'm in absolute hysterics. I've fallen off my chair.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, I just can't stop laughing. My lads started as well. They're like looking at me with their mouths open going, oh, my God. Don't you find this... I said, no, I find this hilarious.
Ian, how was the reception with the principal? Did the principal crack a smile
That
at
was
all,
the principal.
Oh, okay.
No. She found it really, really unamusing.
Yeah.
I found it so funny. I'm there, and I looked at her and I said, look, in his defence, you know what? He did try and put him out.
Hey, he had the safety precautions locked and loaded. Did you not see the rest of the footage?
Drop and roll, all that sort of stuff. He did try and put his mate out, mate, in his defence.
Ian, I bet it's your wife that's called into the schools from now on, isn't it?
Oh, no, I didn't have a wife at the time, so it was always me, mate. I was a single dad.
There you go.
I had to deal with all of it, mate. That was the funniest one.
Good on you, Ian. Thanks for getting involved, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers. Hey, let's go to Amy in Athol Park. Amy, what were you called into school for?
Hey, guys. I got a phone call from my 8-year-old son's school, the principal on the phone. I didn't have to go in. It stayed on the phone, but she said, they had to let me know about some inappropriate use on the school's iPads with my son and some of his mates. And I was like, okay. But they were only in year 2, so they didn't know how to type stuff. So they were using the microphone feature on the iPads to talk to it to search Google. I said, what were they searching? Principal goes, oh, I'm not sure, I can let you know. I was like, well, just, what were they looking for? She goes, boobies. I was like, oh.
And of course, did they say boobies? They didn't say boobs. It was, classic year 2.
I was like, anything else? She goes, naked mums.
Right, there you go.
Jeez, back in the day, it was just on a calculator. You'd write boobies and show it to your mates and have a laugh. Now they've got the iPads at year 2.
Technology's gone too crazy.
Naked mums. I spiraled. I'm so sorry.
It's one of those. What do you say?
We got to talk about texting.
Texting,
yeah. Right? It's a bit of an art form with all these different abbreviations of words these days, the incorporation of emojis years ago. And if you thought emojis were a dying form of text, well, you're dead wrong.
All right, cool.
Because Apple have just announced they're releasing 118 new emojis.
It's fairly hefty, isn't it? I feel like the emojis do get added a little bit here and there, but it's only, it's pretty scarce. I feel like they get added and it's a few here and there, you know what I mean?
Yes, but 118. So parents and grandparents everywhere can rejoice and continue to send emojis of an eggplant when they say, do you want eggplant for dinner?
Yeah.
And it comes across as something completely different.
Did you want eggplant boiled in water? Because that could also be misleading.
Absolutely. Now, I'm not just going to give these new emojis away. I'm going to give you a little test, Callum.
Sure.
I'm going to say an emoji, and you have to guess whether this is a pre-existed emoji or a brand spanking new one.
All right, let's do it.
All right. The first one, a lime.
A lime.
As in the citrus fruit.
Geez, I reckon a lemon exists already. I reckon a lime would be new.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, yes, a lime will be one of the new emojis added. The next emoji, a live concert ticket.
A live concert ticket?
Yes, it's a concert ticket and it sort of says live concert ticket on it.
Wow, tough one. I'm going to say that's a new one. Really? We already have that?
Yep, that one's already in the emojis, a live concert ticket. The next emoji, I've only got 5 here.
Yeah.
The next one, a snake catcher, which is, one of those rods with the rope on the end sort of thing.
Yeah.
Or an alligator handling thing.
That's really bizarre. I'm surprised if that exists now, or even if it's being added, that we are going to have that in any capacity.
So do you think it's new or old?
I'm going to say that's new.
No,
Really?
we've got that as well already.
Who the hell is using the alligator wrangler
Snake
emoji?
catchers, man, and alligator
I
wranglers.
suppose, if they have their own group chat, it's probably in the title there. It probably pops off a little bit.
All right, second to last one. Now, this one's an interesting one.
Yeah.
A wooden box, but it's propped up with a little rod thing, and then there's some cheese under it to trap, say, a rodent or perhaps us.
I'm starting to lean towards none of these exist pre or new because they're all so stupid, and that you've made them all up because they're so dumb.
So you think this wooden box that's propped up with some cheese underneath it to trap rodents doesn't exist at all?
I'm going to say it's a new one.
No, we've got that in the system as
We
well.
do not have that
We
in the
absolutely
system. We
do.
do not.
Final one.
There is no way we have a rat catcher in our emojis. That's
We
stupid
absolutely
as.
do.
You've
Not even a
100
mousetrap. It's a wooden box propped up with a rod. You can find it if you look through your emojis. It took me some time. The last emoji. Is this new or does this already exist? A broken metal chain.
Broken metal chain, I'm going to say already exists.
No,
Really?
that's being added. Yeah.
That seems like a classic. Out of all of the ones, out of rat catcher and alligator wrangler stick, a broken chain seems like it should already be there.
Yeah, no, we've got a non-broken chain, but this is a broken metal chain that's being added.
Nice addition.
There you go. 118 new emojis coming to Apple iPhones soon. Callum, I'm going to shoot out some names to you and you tell me what you think of them.
Sure.
Rocky, Rudy,
Yep.
the Karate Kid.
Yep.
What do all three of these people have in common?
Action stars.
Well, yes. No, they all have inspiring stories and we root for them.
Yes, exactly right. You do. They are the household favourites, aren't they?
Yeah, and now I want to add another inspiring story to this list. A story of crime and drama and
Yep.
thriller. And there's no way he should have won, but he came out on top. And it's about a mate of mine who has found the ultimate parking spot here in South Australia.
Right, so are we talking one in the city? Are we talking a parking spot somewhere in the CBD here where you're just void of any parking fines? It's a little nook and cranny somewhere where you can't be touched.
No. And for obvious reasons, I'm not going to disclaim where this parking spot is,
Well,
but I can say it's east of the city.
Well, I feel like you'd want to take it for yourself as well or give it a spin.
Well, I feel like once you broadcast it, it probably isn't the ultimate parking spot anymore, but it is east of the city. It's outside of the CBD.
Yeah.
And it's on a street where it's 2-hour parking.
Okay.
And for the last few years, this person has parked here every day for a minimum of 8 hours.
Wow.
Never gotten a ticket.
Holy hell.
Never gotten a ticket, but it gets even better because he left his car there for a whole week once with no
Jeez.
ticket.
This man is Rocky Balboa behind the wheel. We are rooting for this guy. You know what I thought was funny? I thought you were about to say that he has literally left his car there for a few years, just hasn't even moved it. The man has been
Still no ticket.
The man has been squatting on that street, living in that car, cleaning his teeth from the car every day, and hasn't got a ticket.
No, this is when I heard this story, I thought it's insane, right? Because every time I seem to park in a parking zone that's only an hour or half hour, 2 hours, whatever it is, if I'm over by 5 minutes, I
Yeah.
come back, there's a ticket.
Sure.
So I cannot believe that this man is leaving it there for 6 hours beyond, one time for days beyond, and still not getting a ticket.
So is this like myth and legend? Like when he was telling this story, were you in disbelief? You're like, how does this even work?
He still does it to this day. It was parked there the day he told me.
It's crazy that he told.
I parked it there at 8 o'clock this morning,
wonder-
and it was about 7 at night.
I wonder. This sounds like some suave, like superhero, going about in this really secretive spot. But judging by the fact it's one of your mates, I just can't wait to know who it is. And also, like, I think it's funny, like the clientele that who you have to be to find out about this spot. Surely he's a bit scarce with who he tells.
I want to know, Adelaide, how long did you leave your car? Where'd you leave it? And did you get a ticket?
Yeah. This person didn't get a ticket, but had a mate leave their car at the front of my house for a good 5 days.
5 days?
The day before they went to pick it up, someone rammed into the back of it.
Oh.
Drove off and knocked a mirror off as well, I'm pretty sure. It was a mess.
You'd rather the ticket.
Yeah, you would, wouldn't you?
We've called a couple people up and we're going to Harley in Glenelg. Harley, good morning to you. How long did you leave your car?
Morning, guys. So I do occasionally park in a location near the airport that I will not reveal when I go away just for a night. So I parked somewhere for one night at the time thinking my car would be okay. And it was at the time when COVID was at a high and I got stuck interstate for 2 weeks.
Wow. Oh, wow.
So my car was there for 2 weeks.
Oh, and was it still there? Did they tow it away?
It was still there. It was just covered in a lot of bird poo.
Yeah. Hey, that's
an amazing story. Hey, Harley, how many times are you going interstate just for one night away?
Quite a few times. Like at the time, it was monthly.
Yeah, right.
Now,
Monthly, Jesus.
Harley, obviously this is a story you want to brag about. I mean, it's pretty cool that the car got left there for that amount of time, but how many people have you told about the spot?
I think you guys are the first people I've told. Well, I've told a couple of friends about the bird poo story, but not that spot. It's a prime spot near the airport.
Move in, boys. We got to... Good on you, Harley. Thanks for getting involved.
No worries.
Hey, let's go to Luke over in Woodcroft. Luke, mate, how long did you leave your car?
It wasn't me, but it was my mate, and it's a good story. But in Canberra, he would drive and leave his car in a cul-de-sac for 4 weeks at a time and fly in, fly out over Perth. And he would just hope for the best, and it's there every time for 5 years.
Wow, 5 years.
Right. So how long would he leave his car? How long was the flying out? 2 weeks?
So he would drive 2 hours from a country town to Canberra, park it there for 4 weeks, work in Perth for 4 weeks, then come home, and he had 2 weeks off.
Jeez. So not even a ticket. It wasn't towed. It wasn't ticketed. It wasn't stolen. Nothing.
It's just been in a random cul-de-sac he found near the airport. He just gets an Uber from the cul-de-sac to the airport, flies out.
I mean, Luke,
it's just a little cheap $1,000 car.
Yeah, Luke, I mean, do you know exactly where this spot is? Have you given it a go yourself for any reason?
No, I'm here in Adelaide. He's just told me all about it. He raves on about it.
When you're a kid, you aspire to be one of the classic pranksters. Bart Simpson, Dennis the Menace, Tom Callum. We got a few things up our sleeve we'll be presenting shortly. But of course, you want to be one of these pranksters, but then you grow out of it a little bit. Not for this guy over in Melbourne. He's a fully grown man, but he thought, hey, this would be pretty damn funny. He's hopped on the Evan Walker Bridge in South Bank, one of the big bridges over in Melbourne. And it seems like it's a similar concept to the Torrens a little bit, where they have, boats running up and down.
The Yarra.
Yeah, exactly. Like little boats you can hire for groups of people, and you can, pedal down, stuff like that, go up and down the river. And he's hopped on one of the bridges, and he's gone for a pretty unusual prank, I'd say. I wouldn't say it's like that clever or, much thought put into it.
No. It seems like he was on his way back from doing the shopping.
Yeah. He's done his grocery shopping. He's got everything in the bag, and he thought, hey, it'd be funny to throw a bit of milk off the edge and wet some people with milk on the South Bank.
Yeah, so it was these 4 or 5 girls that were doing a full meat and cheese spread on one of these boats going down the Yarra.
Yeah. One rule of pranking 101: don't mess with someone's charcuterie board. That's a line you do not cross.
That is a sin in the pranksters' world.
100%. It's against the code of conduct, but he's thrown a bunch of milk on them, hit the cheese, hit their phones, all of that. Wet these girls. And it's funny when you look at it, because there's a bit of a transcript of what happened. They must have relayed it to the people interviewing them. Apparently he yelled out, "You guys want some milk?"
Yeah.
And then the girls responded, "Oi, don't." And he proceeded to throw milk on them and also drop the bottle. And so hit one of them with the bottle of milk. Yeah.
Well, I mean, let's break this down a little bit, right? Do you reckon he used full cream milk? Because if he used full cream milk, that's a whole nother level of insensitivity.
Yeah.
But, if he's using a milk alternative like soy or almond, then he's sort of putting other people's thoughts and prayers in his head as well. So does that make him better?
As soon as he throws a milk alternative like almond or soy, maybe
Coconut.
maybe he's making a statement against the industry of what we do to cows, and it's like he's making a huge protest. So maybe he is actually a good bloke. Maybe he's just like one of those vegan protesters at the end of the day.
I believe when he ran off, he said, "There's no use crying about spilt milk, ladies."
They say sharing is caring, but it doesn't matter what they say. What do you say? I don't care. Brekkie with Tom and Callum presents Shut Up and Take My Money on Fresh 92.7.
That's it, Adelaide. It is time to shut up and take my money. All thanks to KFC Northfield. Get your lunch and dinner fix. Check out the brand new KFC Northfield today.
Geez, Tom, we are more than excited to be giving away this awesome prize, $100 to KFC, or it could be $50, depending how the game goes. But either way, it is huge, and we are very jealous. I mean, we love KFC.
That's it. We're playing split or steal. If you both split, you could get $50 each. If one of you steals, you could be walking away with $100. If you both steal, you walk away with nothing.
God, and it's pretty heart-wrenching for us, Tom, to watch if a steal happens and nobody wins, nobody walks away with the Colonel, we'll be pretty devastated too.
Yeah, we would be devastated for today if it's a double steal, but it would mean that it jackpots up to a $200 voucher tomorrow morning, which is also amazing.
I feel like that's ungodly. Like, when it gets to $200 of KFC... Like I said yesterday, who are you rallying the troops for? Who's going to come with you to KFC to help polish it off?
Me, myself, and I, mate. That is blasphemy to think I couldn't get through $200. Let's meet our contestants for this morning. We're going to see Michael from Valley View. Good morning, mate. How you going?
Yeah, good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, very well.
Very good. Michael, how greasy are your fingers?
Mate, I've got the finger-licking dirty bird fingers ready to go. I would eat the KFC right this second if I had that voucher.
Oh, yeah, breakfast KFC.
Beautiful. Sounds good to me.
All right, well, Michael, you're going to be playing Split or Steal with Nicole from Meadows. Nicole, how are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Now, Nicole, how greasy are your fingers?
Oh, well, I've just done a night shift and I'm ready to get a whole lot of grease on my fingers.
Great.
Fantastic. That is what we like to hear. All right, we are going to give you each a little bit of time to deliberate, to try and convince the other one what you're going to go for. And we're going to start off with Nicole. Ladies first. Nicole, try and convince Michael. Are you going to split? Are you going to steal? What are you going to do?
Oh, look, I'm a sharing and caring person. But then again, I can be ruthless too.
Oh, okay. So playing the neutral card, it kind of evens out. I don't know what to think about you, Nicole.
Yeah. Michael, what do you think about that? I mean, there's a chance you could steal. What are you going to do?
Yeah, look, guys, it's hard to know, really. Nicole, I'll be honest with you, this is my approach. How about we make a catch-up time where we both go to KFC at Northfield, $50 each. We have a good time, lunch together. I mean, I've got a partner and everything. She won't mind it because it's KFC at the end of the day. And we just have a good day and a lunch together. And this way, we both know our approach. We're both getting some KFC. Realistically, I'll probably only have $30 worth. You can have 70 if you're feeling it.
Jeez.
Wow, that's
I mean, that's KFC bringing people together.
That's
Jeez, you could split it and you could get the full $100. You just have to go together. Nicole, what do you think about that? That sounds pretty good.
Oh, that sounds like a nice proposition.
All right.
I will think about that.
We need to hear now if it's time for split or steal. You'll hear at 3, 2, 1, go. After go, both say what you're going to do. Are you ready?
Yep.
Ready.
Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go!
Split.
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 It's
Hey,
a split.
double split. There you go.
It's a double split. $50 each. Hey, are you guys going to go together? Is that on the cards?
When are you free, Nicole?
I'm ready for breakfast tomorrow morning.
Sounds good to me.
Hey, KFC match made in heaven. Go get your breakfast together. Go get that chicken. That's what can happen in this game. $50 to each contender right there.
Congratulations, Michael and Nicole.
Brekkie with Tom and Callum presents Charg'd Up on Fresh 92.7.
You know how it works, Adelaide. We have a Charg'd V10 e-scooter, and all you got to do is guess how much charge is on the scooter.
Now, Tom, we've given so many hints to the point where we've got down to the crux of it. It's between the Charg'd 26 and 40. So
massive hint.
Yeah, very, very slim odds right there for you to jump on. And, we've got a bunch of the Fresh fam that have hopped on the phone lines to guess what it is so they can win that awesome scooter.
That's it. We did it all last week. We're doing it all this week until it goes off. And this morning, we've got Morgan from Albert Park on the line. Good morning, Morgan. How are you?
Morning, guys. How you going?
Very good.
Good. Now, Morgan, have you ever been on an e-scooter before?
I have, just around town.
Okay, so one of the town ones. This one goes 10 Ks quicker than those ones. That's a bit scary, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, I'm willing to take it on.
Now, Morgan, are you a fan of the scooters in general? Do you have a good time on them?
Yeah, they're good fun, yeah.
Yeah, and what would you be using this scooter for if you did win? Like get to work, recreational, zip around?
Oh, probably recreational, but the boyfriend will probably steal it off of me.
Yeah, I feel like that's a common thing with the scooters at the moment. There's always someone else in the household that's going to want to nick it because they are so much fun.
All right, Morgan.
Exactly, yeah.
We'd need to know how much charge do you think is on the scooter?
I'm going to go with 27%, please.
Ooh.
27%. All right, let me check the scooter.
I quite like it. I like the low ball.
Oh, it's taking a long time. No.
Morgan.
Jeez. 27.
That's all right.
It's a good guess, though. That is close. Callum, what do you think? Do we give another hint today?
Another hint, Tom. I reckon we go a little bit crazier. We have a bunch of people on the phone lines right now. What if we tried to give it away right now? The e-scooter could be someone on the phone line right now because they have lit up. Let's just give it away, Tom.
All right, let's go to all the other people on hold. Michael in Huntfield Heights, good morning to you. How much charge do you reckon is on this scooter?
Boys, I reckon it's 38%.
38. Ooh, okay, give it a well, Tom. Let's have a look. No, sorry, Michael.
Sorry, Michael. 38 is incorrect. Hey, we've got Siobhan in Walkley Heights. Siobhan, how much charge do you think is on this scooter?
Hi, guys. 37.
37. High ball. Will it work out?
Oh, unlucky. Not 37 either, Siobhan. Thanks for getting involved. Adam in Paralawi, how much charge is on this e-scooter?
I reckon 33, mate. 33%.
33. All right.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
It's looking good.
Wait.
Adam. It's incorrect.
Sorry,
Adam.
Adam.
It's bloody close, mate.
That is very close.
All right. We've got Nathan in Linddock. Nath, mate, how much charge do you think could be on this scooter?
Go 35, please.
35.
So wrap it up, Nath. Let's do it. Let's get through.
Not 35 either. Unlucky, Nathan. Thanks for getting involved, mate. All right, someone's got to get this, right?
I think so.
Someone. Jamie in Salisbury Park, do you think you can wrap this up for us? Do you think you can win the scooter right now?
Maybe. Is it 39%?
39.
Okay, punch it in.
The suspense music is on for you, Jamie. I'm going to check the scooter now.
Let the scooter speak. It's telling us, is it good?
No.
Jamie.
Try again tomorrow.
It's gut-wrenching.
Good on you, Jamie. Jeez. All right, Adelaide, we tried to give it away this morning. We tried our best, but I think we're going to have to revisit it tomorrow morning.
Hi, Jeremy Cordeaux in the Court of Public Opinion. I'm just on air here to let you know that we'll be live streaming the Court of Public Opinion every Friday between 9 o'clock and 12 on jeremycordeaux.com. Please join us. We'd love to have you.